Hello everyone, welcome to my channel and happy Sweetest Day. Yeah, that's if you celebrate Sweetest Day in the area where you live in. Sweetest Day is primarily a holiday that was developed in Detroit, Michigan, where Sanders Candies used to have their company here. They still have things you can get from the grocery store, like the Sanders ice cream and the Sanders hot fudge in the jar that you can pour over your ice cream and things like that. But it used to be a store that you could go into and get boxes of chocolates, and you could get ice cream sundaes also at Sanders. It was a confectionery company. So the reason that Sweetest Day started in Michigan is because one year they had a lot of products that did not sell. So in order to sell them, they just came up with a day that was similar to Valentine's Day, and they called it Sweetest Day. So what is it, the third Saturday in October every year, at least in Michigan, is Sweetest Day. So Mr. G and I are at Motor City Casino and Hotel. I had a free room. You know I love my free rooms. I had a free room for the evening, so we thought we would come down and celebrate Sweetest Day together, and also celebrate that we've been together for 9 years, still trying to get married, but this virus thing is, kind of getting in the way. But we're together, we're happy, and that's all that matters. The Lord is taking care of us and keeping us safe and keeping us together. So what I'd like to do today is a Sweetest Day look. So if you want to see what I'm going to do, then stick around. I tell you, there's always something that goes wrong when you film videos. My remote is malfunctioning, so there may be some times where you see me bring my arm up to cut the camera on and off, so I apologize for that interruption. But like I said, I want to do a Sweetest Day look, and I want to do something a little bit more bold than what I did on my last video. And I just want to take time to say thank you to everyone who's been watching my videos. You know, I really appreciate each and every video that you watch. And you know what? I'm going to stop again. I need to put this on airplane mode because I keep getting notifications. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So I was looking in my Morphe 3502 palette and in my Jamrock palette, and there are two shades. They really scream fall and Sweetest Day. Unlike Valentine's Day is in the fall. You know, we wear a lot of red and pink for Valentine's Day. So for the fall, I wanted to wear an orange color. I'm gonna put both of these shades up in the top so you can see. I didn't know which one to pick when I swatched them out. They both looked exactly alike on the swatch on my wrist. In the Morphe palette, the shade is called Fire, and in the Jamrock palette, the shade is called Danger. I'm trying to figure out which one should I use. I even thought about putting one on each eye, just, you know, to see, but I'm not gonna do that because I wanna take a picture with Mr. G, because we have not had any pictures this year, and I just, you know, kind of realized that when I did the Instagram, was it the Instagram or Facebook? It was Facebook. It was called the Then and Now Challenge, and I got the picture of then when he took me out for my birthday, and I think I got the wrong brush. Let me get another brush. He took me out for my birthday the year that we met, and I had that picture. And then when I went, that was for the then, and then for the now, I had to get a picture from 2019 instead of 2020, but it was at the end of 2019, like in November, so that was close enough to 2020. So here is that bright orange shade out of Morphe, called Fire. Yeah, Fire. So I'm just gonna put this on my lid and well, all over my lid. And it's not really as bright as I thought it would be. This brush that I picked up first, because maybe I could pack it on, there we go, to get it a little bit more intense. So maybe I did have the right brush, but this is more flat, and I wanted something a little bit more fluffy. Trying to find a brush. Without glasses on. And I brought my whole makeup case with me. You know what? I'm just gonna keep going with what I have. I really want something smaller to get like in my inner corner. I'm just gonna have to be really careful. Like I said, I wanna pack this shade down. It is so pretty. It almost looks red, but it's not. It's a really deep orange. I might have to open up a new pack of brushes. Thank goodness I brought them with me. You know how you just throw extra things into your makeup case just in case? Oh, and I forgot I had a set of MAC travel brushes, and I believe one of those brushes probably would be perfect to get down into this corner. I brought extra brushes, but the right type of brushes. This is so pretty. Isn't that nice and bold and pretty? I was running my mouth so much I forgot to put on my lip oil, so let me do that because I have time to let it sit before I finish up and put on lipstick. And I really like this lip oil, especially in the winter and fall, because it has mineral oil in it and it's nice and thick and rich, and it has a nice sheen. So I'll let that sit. Okay, as you can see, I have fire on my eyes. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna get a softer orange and I'm just gonna sweep over the top and kind of clean up that edge. Now this is a clean brush, and I thought that this was such a lighter shade. Well, it is on the back of my hand. It is a lighter shade. Okay, that's pretty. Okay, so I'm just gonna get a small amount of this, and I'm just gonna go over the top and kind of blend out these edges, this softer orange across the top, because I want to keep as much of this intense fire shade. I'm sorry, because I'm trying to focus at the same time. Pick up a little bit more. I'm just going a little bit at a time because I don't want to wash out my shade. And I'm just using a larger fluffy brush to do this down in my inner corner, because I want to make sure I have a little color on this concealer. The concealer I used is pretty light. It's the Pretty Vulgar middle ground, because I need my eyebrows done. It's been a good month since I've had them done, and down here at the casino they have those huge magnifying mirrors. So I looked and I could see every hair that was in this space. I'm gonna continue with this color on this side. Okay, so I kind of jumped ahead a little bit, and I have my foundation and my concealer on, so I'm just going to tap this into my skin and kind of work with them together to blend them out. And of course, this is going to take some time. And I'm not sure if I want to use a bronzer or not, or blush. Because I have so much orange going on that I really am thinking that I don't need any more orange or red tones. I have kind of like a red undertone in my skin as it is already. I'm trying to get this done so we can go down to the gaming floor and have a little fun. There was a giveaway when we first got here that ended at 8 p.m. So by the time we got down here and got checked in, it was like 7 p.m. So we ran down to participate in that so we wouldn't lose out. And while we were down there, I won $200. And I don't want to give it back, that's for sure. But you only live once. I want to have fun, but I don't necessarily want to give back the money. Mr. G was on his Kindle. I think he was listening to a game at one point, and then what did he do? He listened to a game, then he started playing chess. And then he partied a little bit and had a couple of shots. And he offered me some, and I said, no, if I take shots, there's not gonna be any makeup going down tonight. So even though it's like almost 3 o'clock in the morning, when I get done, I'll have a toast with him, and then we'll go back down to the gaming floor because by 6 o'clock in the morning, folks will be coming back in to game, believe it or not. So we want to get down there and get to some of our favorite machines. There was a gentleman on my favorite machine, so I picked another machine, and that's the one that I hit off of. So hopefully when I go back down, the machine that I wanted originally, which usually when I play it, I can always hit off of it. Hopefully that one will be empty. Nobody will be there. Okay, so now I'm gonna set my concealer with my chalk dust by the crayon case. And they give you this little sponge here. Well, actually it's a powder puff, but I don't like using it because too much gets on it. The puff is kind of big. It looks small, but it's not really. So I have this cute brush, and unfortunately, let me grab my glasses because I gotta tell you who this brush is by. Complex Culture. I got it in one of my boxy charms. Look at this. Absolutely gorgeous. So this brush, they said either powder or foundation, so I'm going to use it to put a little powder on. And this, with it being shaped like this, it should help me be able to get it precisely where I want it to be. Just like that, because we gotta set this concealer, because if you don't set it, it's gonna crease. And your makeup look won't last as long. Yeah, this is the perfect shape, and I can control the amount of powder that I'm applying. I like this. Okay guys, now that I have applied my setting powder, I'm going to now use a large fluffy brush to knock the powder off, and this will set my makeup look. I have this very pretty contour palette by Too Faced. It's the Cocoa Contour. It's older, but it's still pretty. But I don't want to blame you, so I'm going to turn it this way. I think I am going to do a little bit of bronzer with it, with this shade here, over in the corner. Well, guys, a lady can change her mind, can't she? So I'm going to add some blusher using the Alamar Cosmetics Blush Palette. And I'm using the shade Toasted. Now using the Huda Beauty highlighter palette, I'm going to add some highlight to my cheekbones, my cupid's bow, and my inner tear duct area. Off camera, I added black eyeliner to my waterline. Then I took the shade Fire and added up under the waterline to make the look pop. Okay guys, so off camera, I applied my lashes. I showed you these lashes were by Baddington, and they came in a boxy charm. And I think I've had 2 pair, but I think I must have forgot. I caught pure D hell putting these lashes on. They're probably just barely sitting there, and it's because of the band. The band is not very thick, but it's very dense. And I even warmed it up, you know. Warming up is just bending it back and forth a little bit so that it follows the natural shape of your eye, because they come, you know, stretched out with a tiny bit of glue stuck onto the cardboard or plastic. Usually it's plastic that the lashes are stuck onto, but I couldn't get it to conform to the shape of my eye, and it took a long time. It is like 4 o'clock in the morning or a little bit after, and so I wanted to, like, you know, finish up this video and not hold you guys up. Then I went to look for lip color, And I didn't bring anything that will match this look, so I'm gonna try this. Remember I told you that the two eyeshadow shades look very similar. So now I'm gonna use the Jamrock palette. And I'm going to go into the color or shade Danger, which looks to me a whole lot like Fire in the Morphe 3502. And I'm just going to take some of that and pack it on top of this lip oil, and just for a little color and see how it works. Bet you didn't know you can do so many things with eyeshadow. The other day, I had someone to tell me, I'm not gonna say her name because she might not want me to say her name without her permission, but she was like, I didn't know that you could use blush as eyeshadow. And I'm like, oh yes, I've been using blush, and I have been using blush as an eyeshadow since I was in my early 20s. Oh, I'm blinging myself. Since I was in my early 20s, I've been using blush as eyeshadow, you know, just a little bit, you know, to bring out your natural beauty. When I was younger, it didn't take as much makeup as it does for me now to, you know, kind of look presentable. So a little bit of blush on my cheeks. I put it here, and maybe a little bit across my nose and on my cheeks and eyelids. Okay. Well, that's enough color for you guys to see where I'm going with this. So if you know, go on a trip, vacation, you're gonna have a lippy, look in your eyeshadow palette and pick out a red or orange or a plum shade, and hopefully you have at least a clear gloss with you. I always try to keep a clear gloss with me, and the only other thing I had was this lip oil by Yensa. This came in either a BoxyCharm or a Ipsy, but I thought the one with the mineral oil that was a little bit thicker would hold the eyeshadow in place. So, what do you think of my sweetest day look? All right, guys, I'm gonna go and wake up Mr. G because, like I said, it's after 4 o'clock in the morning. I want to get on the gaming floor and see if I can win me another $200. But before I go, let me do something that I always forget. I always forget. As soon as I cut the camera off, I'm like, you forgot to set. So. And this will dry down. it's not dry, just take a clean spot on your beauty blender and kind of tap it in. Just like that. Okay, guys, that's my sweetest day look. I know I'm so silly. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever time of the day it is that you see this video. I love you all. Take care. Love you.